Hi, I'm Michael Boyajian, and I'm going to be talking about one of my upcoming books, Readers, Writers, and Bibliophiles, Mike and Jerry's Life with Books. And it is delayed, its release, as is one of my other books, including the book on Buddhism, because I have a hand injury and it has to heal. I blew out my hand, my fingers, whatever you want to call it, and pumping out 12 books since the end of November till now. And it had an impact on me. So once that heals, I'll get back into writing. I'm taking notes and I'm doing these videos. But other than that, I'm just frozen in place until I get better. It's going to take time to heal. Fortunately, I don't need surgery or anything at this point. But anyhow, the Bibliophile book, there's many aspects to it. It's our own personal library, which is gigantic, and bookstores and libraries and all kinds, anything to do with books, publishing, writing. But today I want to just talk about one place, and that's the British Library, and in particular, its treasure room. Or treasure gallery, they call it now. When I went there in 2007, I could swear it was called the treasure room, but now it's called the treasure gallery. And it has all the valuable, very valuable things oriented towards books. And for instance, they have a Gutenberg Bible. They've got a first folio of Shakespeare published 7 years after his death. They've got actual Armenian Gospels from 1,200 years ago when the Armenians developed their their alphabet. They were very late in doing that. An advanced people, but late with the alphabet. And some lyrics by John Lennon. I had thought over these years, when we were there in, not 2007, 2008, I could swear it was Lucy in the Sky. And I'm told that's not true. It's another one of his songs. And just to make sure, I've written to the library and I'm waiting to hear back from them, email. And so they have one of John Lyric's songs lyrics. They've got Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony and the Magna Carta, 2 Magna Cartas. The other 2 are held, that remain in existence, are held by 2 cathedrals in Britain. And in the United States, they have a copy that was made, I'd say, about 70 years after the definitive copy was written and signed by the king at the time. When we were there, they're in an ordinary-looking showcase of a glass showcase. I don't know if it's special, if it just doesn't look secure, or it's just, I don't know, look kind of innocuous to me to put the famous Magna Carta in. But they have 2 copies, and one was out on loan, and they do that frequently. And fortunately, it was the 1215 one, which everyone thinks is the Magna Carta. That was signed by King John, I believe. We were there, and they had the 1225 Magna Carta, which I just found out by reading this Dan Jones book on the Magna Carta, that is actually the definitive Magna Carta, and that came out in 1225. And that's the definitive, and that's the one we saw. And it's not rectangular, it's kind of a long vertical strip of paper or parchment, and it's written in abbreviated Latin. But anyhow, there it is. Now, I'm told that the U.S. Archives in Washington has a copy when you go in there from, I think, 1298. But I'm not sure. Don't quote me on these dates. And again, it's hard to view because of all the security they put into it. And I haven't seen that. I haven't been down there since it was sent, since they got it in possession there. But I have been down and seen the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights, which are up against the back of the gallery there, and under thick glass that is filled with some special gas. And because of that, and the fact that the writing is in brown ink, which they used back then, and a bit faded. It's very hard to see what the hell it says. Unlike the Jack Kerouac scroll, which was on display at the New York Public Library, where you could just pretty much read the whole darn thing. In fact, I picked out the part I was looking for, which is up by me here at the Bear Mountain Bridge, where he's starting his journey by hitchhiking across the country, but no one picks him up, and he heads back, and the next day just takes a bus. But anyhow, you can see that the scroll quite clearly. But our documents, no, you can't see it, and it's for protective reasons, security, and just because of the age of the documents. Although, you look at this Magna Carta, it looks like it was written yesterday. Go figure, right? Anyhow, and again, the Magna Carta is important. Well, let me tell you a story about the Magna Carta. It is an important document. It has no real jurisdiction here, although it was incorporated into part of our Constitution and stuff. But when I go to a lot of political things back in the day, and I used to be, I've been in both sides of the aisle, and inevitably, and I'm in agreement with Carlos Fuentes, the late Carlos Fuentes, the famous Mexican author, where he says if he hears one more political speech, his head's going to explode. I can relate to that because I've heard a lot of political speeches, and after a while, your head's ready to explode. It's pretty repetitive, same old usually, except lately, maybe not. But inevitably, someone out there whips out a pocket Constitution and says, I carry a copy of the Constitution wherever I go. And once in a while, I'll bring along my pocket Magna Carta that I purchased at the British Library, and I'll take it out and say, I carry a copy of the Magna Carta. And nobody in the room knows what the heck the Magna Carta is, but it sounds more important than the Constitution, so they kind of gravitate towards me. Don't ask me why, that's how it works, okay? Anyhow, they have a lot of stuff at the British Library Treasure Room, Beowulf, the Shakespeare Folio, Gutenberg Bible, Letter from Darwin, you name it, they have it. It's there, postage stamps. Probably, actually, the most unassuming thing they have there is probably the most important. It's a oracle bone from ancient China. And if I'm correct, oracle bones were the first form of writing and go back to the what is considered the first dynasty, which is, you're going way back in time there. And, it's even pre-dynastic. I'm not sure, but they have a copy of they have one of those, and archaeologists discovered a cache of those. Anyhow, so they have everything there, and again, you just go into the library. There's no charge, and you just walk up to the main desk up the stairs, and right to the left of it is the treasure gallery, and they have a lot of stuff in there, and it's worth your trip. And just to see the Magna Carta is worth it. Anyhow, hope you enjoy the book when it comes out. Please be patient. Bye.